Executive Director.
Executive Director of CHANT, and we're going to have her explain to us what CHANT is.
CHANT stands for Crucian Heritage and Nature Tourism, and it is a grassroots nonprofit organization that works to promote cultural heritage and nature tourism and to tell an authentic Crucian story.
And how long has CHANT been in existence?
We've been around for 9 years. I've been the executive director for 3.5.
Okay. And what is the idea behind tonight's event?
The idea was, number one, to elevate Crucian cuisine, to take what's traditional, what a lot of people think of as poor people food, and heavy food, and challenge cooks and chefs to take it to the next level. Give us a gourmet twist on a traditional dessert or main dish or meat dish.
I would want to be one of the first to really congratulate you on the job.
Thank you.
It was well organized. I mean, the different foods from the different chefs and the different cooks. I had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Oh, great.
And will this be an annual event?
This is our first annual. Absolutely. Yes.
And if someone wanted to learn more about CHANT, how could they do that? Where should they go?
They should go to www.chantvi.org, and they can get all of our contact information there. And we highlight what we do and we call people who work with us CHANT providers, so they can check them out. And hope they'll look for us. They can also check us out on Facebook on Crucian Heritage and Nature Tourism.
Okay, so how long did it take you to put this all together?
Well, that's an interesting. We started in October.
Wow.
Late September. So October, November, and here we are.
And you had an entire week of events, didn't you?
We did. We brought in our guest chef, Orlando Santos. He arrived on Sunday. So we started by meeting him at the airport and then had him visiting schools, talking to students. Wednesday we had a private dinner that was, as the kids say, off the chain, or is that what old people say?
Off the chain.
Off the chain. It was amazing. And
how much was that dinner?
That dinner was $1,000 a plate.
So it was a major fundraiser.
It was a major fundraiser.
And was it a success?
And it was a success. And the folks that came were knocked out of their chairs.
They were really satisfied, right?
Great food.
And did Orlando do one of his fancy presentations?
Oh no, Orlando cooked. Orlando cooked food all afternoon.
Wow.
And so the dessert was probably the simplest. But the food was amazing.
Excellent.
So
yeah.
What did you have?
He did 8 different past hors d'oeuvres.
Okay.
So, coconut, local honey glazed shrimp. They did a banana that was like grilled with a sauce.
Like a flambe or?
Almost, yeah. The first was a seafood callaloo with fresh greens from one of the local farmers. We had a fish dish, a chicken dish, a beef dish. It was just
So you got your $1,000 worth?
Oh, absolutely. And great wine.
Next year, Key and I are going to be there.
You need to be. I sent her an invitation too late. Okay.
Did you hear her say she's paying for me?
I
Okay,
heard
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Mr. R.
Thank
you
you
for putting
for coming.
together a lovely event. And thank you for spending some time with us.
Absolutely. Our pleasure. See you next year.
See you next year.
Good.
Thank you. We have with us Mr. Keith James, also known as the Cake Man. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Great, great.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you baked tonight?
This evening I did a spin on a traditional wedding cake, which is traditional black cake with a frosting. We don't have the full display here, but then we also use the ferns on the display for the judges. That was a traditional decoration for the black cake back in the 70s and 80s.
Okay, and tell us a little about yourself. Now, you've been baking for how long?
Well, I've been baking since the 4th grade. I sold my first cake at the age of 13. And I've been competing in competitions at the agriculture fair in different areas over the last 15 or so years.
Okay. Okay, and have you won any awards or had any special recognition?
I have, so far for the black cake, I have 9 first prize and 4 second prizes for my black cake from the Agriculture Fair.
Okay.
A couple years ago, I won the Vienna cake competition for the Virgin Isles between St. Thomas and St. Croix. And then I have 2 more first and a second for my Vienna cake.
No, that's good for me.
Okay.
So, and now you're known as not the cake man, but the cake man.
The cake man. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good to know. So this is the black cake you were talking
Yes,
about?
this is a black cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to try it, Ayana?
I'm gonna try the regular cake.
Well, this one is
And what's
this is
the other
a
one?
tamarind cake. So it's a light butter cake with a tamarind filling and a vanilla buttercream frosting.
Let me go first.
Okay. And how did you come up with the idea for the tamarind cake?
I specialize in Caribbean pastries and culturally designed cakes, so I've always tried to develop new flavors using our local fruits and local fruits.
So you just got the idea to make a cake out of tamarind?
Well, it started when I decided to make a tamarind tart a couple years ago.
Okay, and
And
how did the tart work
That
out?
was a hit, and so I decided to, as a spin-off to the Vienna cake, I would use tamarind. I also do gooseberry as well. I also do a gooseberry cake as well.
And how can people get in touch with you?
Well, they can reach me at decakeman@gmail.com or 1-877-241-6687.
So you do bake for like anniversaries and birthdays and parties and stuff like that?
Birthdays, parties, weddings.
Oh, just for no reason at all? Someone
Or
can
for
just
no
call
reason
you
at
up and
all,
order
yes.
a cake? Okay, so your most exotic cakes would be the tamarind, the gooseberry, anything else?
Yeah, the tamarind and gooseberry would be the most exotic.
Okay.
Yeah, the most exotic.
All right, sounds good.
I tasted this, and this is great. Let me tell you, I'm even that's not the tamarind. That's a different
That's a
one.
tamarind. Yeah,
This
that's
is
a
tamarind
tamarind,
also.
yeah. Okay.
It's moist. It's really moist. It's not dry, and you can taste the hint of the tamarind. And I love the icing that you have on it.
The icing is really light. I had
Yes,
some earlier.
I was just gonna tell you, it's not too sweet. It's just perfect. It's
And
really, really good.
Are you able to reveal any secrets with regards to your recipes or anything tonight?
Not at the moment.
Just a little peek? Just a little snippet? Nothing? You're going to give us nothing? All right, so you've heard it here. You know where to find the cake man. He was featured at Crucian Fusion and he was a success. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank
Okay.
you.
Good evening again, and we have another chef in house, Alice Henry. Say hi, Alice.
Good evening, everybody.
So Alice made the kalaloo tonight with fungi, and she did something different with your fungi, right, Alice?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, please explain what you did with your fungi.
Okay, I did. Can I explain the kalaloo and the fungi?
Yes.
Okay. The kalaloo, the reason that I'm here is because people don't usually make the kalaloo the traditional way anymore.
And what's the traditional way?
It's usually, I hate to say it, but it's just like spinach and okra. But what I wanted to do is do it with the traditional bushes that people pick from their garden. So I put in the traditional kalaloo bush, the spinach leaves, our local
And
spinach
who
leaves.
picked the bush?
I did.
Ah.
I did. But actually, no, not the spinach leaves though. The spinach leaves I got from one of the local farmers because I had farmers market.
Okay.
But the whitey Mary, the bower, and the kalaloo leaves, I picked them
I
myself.
was just gonna ask her that because I remember when I had to pick the kalaloo leaves, and my grandmother would take the kalaloo stick and hit us on our knuckles if we don't clean it off properly. So
And you
that's
had
a
to-
great question.
And you have to pick it like one leaf
Yes,
by one
exactly.
leaf by one leaf. Exactly. So that's why I really wanted to come here because people don't usually make that traditional kalaloo anymore.
Right, that's fair.
And then I also did the fungi, but I made it with a little Indian twist. The reason being is that we have so many Caribbean people here that have ties to India. I did it with a little India masala seasoning, roasted garlic, what else? Parsley,
Right.
and pigeon peas. I put
Did you
pigeon
try
peas
it,
in.
Ayana?
Yes, I did.
It was
I did
excellent.
try it. It was great.
Thank you very
It
much.
was excellent.
Thank
Fungi
you.
was a pleasant surprise, I must
Yeah,
say.
thank you. Thank you very much.
And why did you decide to do this tonight? Because you're not a chef by trade,
No,
exactly. Okay.
actually, but I'm a dietitian.
Okay.
And yeah, and the kalaloo is usually made with all the pig feet and
Right.
all the meat that's very high in fat, high in sodium. So I wanted to I made it veggie. So I made the veggie kalaloo. and also just to show people that you can do different things because it's Crucian fusion.
Right.
So I wanted to get away from the traditional and to blend, do something a little bit different.
So it was healthier than usual.
Exactly.
How long did it take you to perfect your kalalulu?
It didn't.
Just one time.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
You know what? Because I had a mother that could cook.
Right.
I don't like to cook all that much, but I learned from her just being in the kitchen.
And did she taste your kalaloo?
And she did.
And what did she say?
And she loved it. Actually, she did. So that made me feel good.
Yes.
That made me feel good.
So before we let you go, what are you wearing, Alice?
I'm wearing one of my T-shirts.
Okay.
That says "Lord Harry the Judge," because I'm multifaceted. I'm a dietitian. I could cook, and I design T-shirts. So I'm wearing one of my VITs T-shirts.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Alice.
And thank you, everybody. Good night.
So we have another chef with us. We have Wala from Yucca.
Yes.
Say hi to everyone.
How are you?
And you made a couple dishes tonight.
Yes, I did.
And what did you make? What did you prepare?
We prepared a lemongrass flavored veggie soup and a maroon delight with a cream mushroom sauce.
I personally had the lemongrass soup and it was delicious. At first I was like, there's something in here. And then while I was like lemongrass, I was like, okay, I thought lemongrass was for tea, but it was delicious.
And I tasted tofu, right? There was tofu.
It had some tofu in it.
And you marinated the tofu and
We marinated tofu and then it's a nice starch-free soup.
Okay.
The ingredients is papaya, carrots, spinach, the tofu, tomatoes, okra, and then the secret lemongrass to the
And it was
bottom.
big chunks of tofu and vegetables, so it was almost like a chowder.
Yes, it
It
was.
was really
So not only was good, it's healthy and it tasted great.
Thank
so that's
you.
good.
And you cook healthy food every day.
Every day, 6
Right.
days a week.
And where do you cook?
At Yucca's Kitchen
And where is that located?
in Frederickston.
Where in Frederickston?
Right across from Bodo Park in Moorhead Warehouse.
And what time do you open?
12:30
And what time do you close?
until the food done.
Okay. And what's on your menu? Tell everyone what's on your typical menu.
On the menu on a weekly base, we have tofu and peanut sauce, and we alternate that with veggie chili. That's on Mondays. Veggie patties. We have samosas. We have the maroon delight. That's the one you had with the mushroom sauce on it. We have that on Wednesdays. We have a veggie rice twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays, but different vegetables. We have a veggie callaloo. That's a winner by itself, yeah.
And in addition to all this food, you have juices, you
Oh,
have
yeah, all
cookies,
homemade.
muffins.
They have all the homemade.
And but what are you known for?
The callaloo.
And what else? What else do you serve that everyone likes? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh Lord! Rita! The popcorn!
Yes.
Spicy popcorn, oh
Yes.
God. That's another winner by itself. Oh, that is wonderful.
It's wonderful.
So you know where to find Wala's healthy food at Yucca Frederickston, across from Boardwalk Park, 6 days a week.
Yes, it
Wala,
is.
can you give us a phone number?
Phone number is 772-5063. You can call before we open, after we open, and in between.
Thank you.
All right, thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Wala.
Thank you too.
All right, take care.
All right.
Good evening, and we have Mr. Kurt Bierle here. Mr. Kurt Bierle, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Did you taste all the foods here tonight?
I taste as much as I could.
What was your favorite?
There was a cake that was made by the Culinary Arts Program at Complex. It was some type of bread pudding, and there was guava, and she told me some type of rum in it, but it was off the chart. And as you know, anything that Orlando made was just totally excellent. So it's been a good night in terms of pastry. And when I have a sweet tooth, this is a perfect setting for them.
And
Yes,
the good
it
thing
is.
too is not just the soup, it had some real food, some callaloo and some man soup and some other things that I could try too, so that was really good to kind of balance out.
It's a real nice variety, and it's right before the Christmas season, so I think it's been a wonderful night. Despite the rain, I think everybody has had a real good time enjoying themselves.
Did you get to meet Orlando?
Orlando spoke at the school yesterday. We invited him at the school, and he came and he spoke to about 40 students. His presentation was off the wall. I was just so impressed with the way that he spoke and his ability to motivate those students. And as a former public school student, he went to Pearl Larson. Elena Christian, and then Complex.
That's right.
And you heard from Elena, who was the assistant principal and principal and teacher. So it was great to have Orlando back. I am just so proud. I think he gave me chills every time I look at him. You know, so to me, this is a great homecoming for a great Crucian chef, and it's just a wonderful experience for us to be celebrating Orlando Santos. We need to celebrate our own, and this is a good night.
And I agree with you, and I know you must be proud because he said he graduated from Elena Christian, and then he went to Complex where you're the principal there, and that's just one of the great students that came out of Complex.
That's right.
He's one of the many, and you know I will always be proud of him. One of the many. You're also one. You know, I mean, we have so much students that have done well, and I think it's important for us to showcase that there are a lot of excellent graduates that came out of the public school system, because a lot of times they like to paint the picture that the public school only produce individuals that are not responsible, individuals that get into wrong, and we have so much students that are doing well, and Orlando is the perfect example. And one thing I want to point out is a lot of times they say that when you attend the public school students don't have the ability to speak. And if you hear Orlando speak, it's eloquent, it's off the chart. So it shows you that true perseverance and commitment and dedication to what you want to achieve is quite possible, and he's a perfect example.
And it shows you when you have good leadership, when you have a principal like Mr. Viale, then chances are you're going to be the cream of the crop, okay?
Well, we know that, and we can see that in yourself also. You know, you're also one of the shining lights of the Virgin Islands, shining young individuals. So it makes me feel really, really good.
Thank you.
Really, really good. So congratulations to everybody, and congratulations to you guys for putting this on.
Thanks so much for coming to the event also.
All right, thanks a lot.
Earlier we interviewed the cake man, so now we're interviewing the candy lady. Okay, so please tell us your real name and tell us what you made tonight.
Well, my name is Lyra Tom.
Okay.
I make homemade candy. I do some lollipops. I do some dunderstone. I do lassi.
And how long have you been doing this?
Well, it's a few years. Maybe around 18 years.
Wow. 18 years is a few years? Okay. Some of us were just 18.
I know, right? Just yesterday, exactly.
I was self-taught.
Oh,
I
wow.
teach myself.
Okay.
Well, it's so hard to find donesa and mint, I feel, in these times. You know, how did you get the recipe for this? I mean, I know you've been doing it for several years, but this is something that was passed down, or how did you keep that tradition alive?
Sometimes, okay, you try something, there's something that you like, and you try it,
right?
And gradually, as you grow, I do over and over, it becomes.
You find ways to perfect it. So yours is slightly different because it has its own spin to it.
So what did you make tonight? What did you prepare tonight?
I do some lollipops, I do the dinosaur, which is the peanut brickle.
Right.
And I do the peppermint stick, which you call lassi.
Okay. And do you do this on demand? Can someone call you and you make
I do it by orders.
By orders. And how do we get in touch with you to order your candy?
I have some cards that you can get.
Okay. And is there a phone number?
Yes, my phone number is on it, and I have some pens and pencils.
So why don't you tell the world?
Yeah, tell us the number, so that way if somebody's looking, that they can actually call you right now.
Okay, the number is 340-778-0729 or 277-2979.
So the Candy Ladies International, because you noticed she gave you the area code.
That's right.
She didn't just give you the local number; she gave you the area code, so people from Switzerland.
That's right. Can call and order.
Okay.
Excellent. Excellent. And so, what other local events do you participate in? Do you participate in the village and agriculture? So we're lucky to have you here. Agriculture fair. Okay. Good. Perfect. So I know where to come again to get my donesa. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Candy Lady. All right. So now you're with the entire cast of Table of Five. You saw a lot of Ayana and I interviewing the various chefs at tonight's event. You even saw Kanuma doing interviews as well. You didn't see too much of Narcisse and Emile tonight because they were judging. That's right, they were honored, they were requested to judge the different foods that were here tonight. So both Emile and Narcisse are the two best people to speak to right now about the quality of food that was at tonight's event.
Right? I thought the food was actually delicious. I think that the chefs came out and really worked hard, and they really put a lot of effort in what they did. Some of the stuff that they put forth for us, we liked.
Yeah.
Some we really didn't. Not necessarily that it tasted badly, but it just wasn't tastes for me personally.
Right. Well, some of the combinations I would think would be interesting because they're trying to fuse what is local for us and then add little things. So it's sometimes it works with something.
It was a Crucian fusion fusion where Crucian traditional food meets gourmet food.
Right.
And so they did a really, really good job. There was one dessert, I think it was the sorbet, which encompassed soursop and carambola and the papaya. And I was like, this is delicious. It was delicious.
I might need to run.
You might. It was absolutely delicious. And there was a pairing, they were giving us these different sauces to taste over the pork. And there was one that I really would have never thought of pairing together, which was made by Beachside Cafe, which was a pineapple vanilla sauce.
How was it?
Absolutely delicious.
Well, I would think the citrus and the pineapple and maybe that kind of warm feel of the vanilla.
It was like a sweet salt taste.
Balance,
It was a salty sweet taste to it. So it was really, I really enjoyed it.
It was different because we're used to eating lechon with savory sauces as opposed to sweet sauce, right? So it was definitely something different. So the event was true to its name. It was Crucian Cuisine. Most definitely, yes. And I have to say that Emil sort of ran off at the best part, but I actually got an opportunity to try the guava berry rum at the end along with the coquito, and I have to say it was really good.
Now you know I don't like guava berry, so I was not drinking guava berry rum, and I don't necessarily like rum. So that was
You don't like guava berry, and you don't like
I don't like rum. So that part.
You like lechon?
But I like lechon.
Oh, okay.
But that part of the judging really wasn't for me. This one, on the other hand, that was like her favorite part.
Right. Well, that was a good thing. I mean, there were desserts, but then there were also some hardcore entrees. So if you're not really a sweet person, it's still an event that you could have attended and vice versa. So that was definitely.
Wait, there was this appetizer, which was I don't know who made it. I don't know. Let me don't say. I don't know who made it, but it was a veggie version of pasteles.
Oh, I had that.
Did you have it?
That I had.
Oh my god. It was so delicious. It was like a veggie version of pasteles.
It was quite a
and I love
but that was
pasteles.
good.
But I was like, veggie pasteles? Who makes veggie
I think
pasteles?
I would have made it too, but I don't want to.
But it was really, really delicious. Very creative, very delicious.
Well, I had did you guys get a chance to try the fish pudding? I had fish pudding for the very first time, and I have to say that it was my favorite tonight. It really was. It had just the right amount of seasoning. The texture, the flavor, everything was on point. I have to say it was my favorite tonight.
For me, it was a clam chowder.
Oh, that was good.
Clam chowder and the man soup.
And the man soup.
Yeah. Oh man,
I mean, it was just absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I think that the chefs, they brought it.
They did.
Wow.
They came out and they brought it tonight, and the creativity and what they put forth just really lived up to its name. And CHANT should really, really be proud of this event that they put forth together tonight.
Despite the rain.
Despite the rain.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
There's still people here.
Yeah.
I ate all day. I mean, and I came here.
We did. For the record, we actually tried. I think it was like over 40 different things. So
that has to be difficult because after a while you're getting all of these different flavors. So.
Yeah, but we got some good palate cleansers like the sorbet.
The sorbet finished it off.
Yeah, and so it was just really a wonderful night. I enjoyed doing it. I will do it again.
Yes.
I would.
Sure. You would.
This is table of 5, right? And we do eat.
That's true. That's
so,
But you don't have to eat for 5. You can just eat for 5.
I know.
Well, only 2 of us were there, so I had to eat your portion, your portion.
That's true.
Y'all were holding it down over here with the interviews while we were there eating. You're very welcome. Yes. We had a wonderful evening tonight here at the CHANT event, the Crucian Fusion. This special edition of Table of 5 VI Food Bloggers. And we just want to thank Farnell Gerard and Oshana James for inviting us to come down and cover this event. And we are so grateful for that because we had an awesome time. And we had an awesome time tasting the food. And I know even though we were judging, you all were still tasting food.
Yes, we were.
So
it was good.
So it was absolutely delicious. We had a chance to talk and interview with Chef Orlando Santos and taste some of his desserts.
Yes.
Some of his tarts that were there. And we just really had a wonderful, great night tonight. Maybe and hopefully CHANT will do this again next year.
They said they would.
Oh, good.
And so if you missed it this year, you definitely have to come next year. Definitely, you have to be here next year. Table of 5 will definitely cover this event again next year. So look out for us. we will be doing a lot more stuff. This was a special edition of Table of 5, and we'll be coming back soon.
Yep.
Right?
Awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Christmas is a time for fun, a time to relax in the sun. Christmas is a time for love, it's a time to share with everyone. I don't have no time to waste, it's getting cold so I have to leave this place. Take me to the Caribbean with casual music and parang in the air. I'm coming home for Christmas, we drink guava berry. I'm coming home for Christmas, we play mass and be merry. I make up my mind this Christmas, I'm staying till January. I've got the line. Tell Uncle Sam he can keep the cold, keep the snow. Christmas time I have to go. Christmas I've got to go home to be with friends and family. Christmas I've got to go home. Boom badam badam badam. Christmas is a special time. To forget the troubles, free your mind. You can go to a party or visit a neighbor or granny. So you see, I just can't stay. It's winter and Santa riding on